All right, we are live. Welcome to the live stream. Today is September 25th, 2024. It's a Wednesday. Let's see if we have any news. Hope you guys are all doing good. So, we do not have red folder news, but we do have new home sales at 10 and crude oil inventories at 10:30. So it should be fine to trade. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Let's take a look at what's going on. So I'm gonna pull up T-Trade's what's it called? T-Trade's daily profiles, and we're going to take a look at possible daily profiles we could be looking at today. So I'm also going to look at key levels. We did take our previous week's high. That was our draw on liquidity. So I'm expecting now previous month's high to be our draw on liquidity. This is where the market seems to be being drawn to. So we're gonna mark out our previous month's high. We also have this daily and weekly imbalance up here, and I talked about this in my weekly outlook. That it looked like the market is being drawn there. You can see this is a giant. This seems like a giant weekly market maker buy model, right? We talked about this in my weekly outlook. It's a giant weekly market maker buy model with this breaker block being the high time frame key level, or maybe you consider it this order block, whichever, right? But it's either way, it's a market maker buy model. And so anyway, now we came back in, held this 4-hour gap, held both of these 4-hour gaps. The lower one held. You can see this is probably in discount if I had to guess. Yeah, see how this lower 4-hour gap was in discount? So that was the one that held. And so anyway, essentially this is like another market maker buy model right here. So the previous month's high seems to be the draw on liquidity. So now I'm curious if we held anything here. Not exactly sure what this low was here. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's not exactly clear what's going on at this exact moment. Let's look for equal highs and equal lows. Equal highs and equal lows. Let's also mark out Asia and London, and we will figure out what kind of daily profile this is. I'll get to that in a second. Asia is from 20 until midnight. Okay, that's Sunday. Whoops. Alright, here we go. 20. Until midnight. Okay, here's Asia. And then London, 2 until 5. You can see we swept Asia's low during London, and I'm guessing we took out Asia's high. Let's see if this happened. Let's see. 2. Looks like we're targeting Asia's high right now. That's very interesting. we haven't gotten there yet. That's very interesting. So, this is looking a lot like a possible London reversal day, where you have accumulation, manipulation, and now distribution in New York, where we're going to take out Asia's high, right? Because we have the previous month's high as a draw on liquidity, and it's the very clear draw on liquidity, right? This is Asia's high. We're holding this BPR, right? This is a giant BPR. So Asia's high, and we have previous month's high up here. And I'm wondering, this is previous day's high, right? Okay, this is previous day's high. Previous day's high. Oh, whoa, are those relatively equal lows? They're not exactly relatively equal, but they're, yeah, they're not exactly relatively equal. I would say this is a sweep. I would consider this a sweep. Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying, this kind of seems like Asia's high is a target, previous day's high is a target, and monthly high is a target. But we'll have to see. But like I'm saying, like this could be some kind of buy model. Now maybe I could be wrong. Maybe we come back down first, but this seems like the draw on liquidity, right? Because this is a giant market maker buy model, and this previous month's high is the high time frame target. So, I mean, maybe we don't hit it today. Maybe we come back down first. Maybe we hit it today. But I do think this is where the market wants to go eventually. So, matter of, like, probably when it wants to go there, I would say. But this does seem like it is a London reversal kind of day. And I will show you what I mean. Here's a bullish London reversal, right? Bullish London reversal. You can see we have accumulation, manipulation, and then New York distributes, right? So Asia, London, and now it looks like we're targeting all these draws on liquidity. And you can see this is a BPR, right? Looks like we just barely hit this lower fair value gap in this BPR here, and it looks like it just barely tapped it, and then now it's continuing higher. And I'm wondering if this was in discount. Yep, it just barely went to discount, barely tapped this BPR. So now I bet you, it seems like we are about to run these highs, right? It seems like we're about to run these highs. We also violated this 15-minute fair value gap. So this completely got inversed. So it tells me order flow is switched from bearish to bullish. We also had we had this market structure shift. This market structure shift as well. This market structure shift. I guess it depends on how you want to mark it, but like market structure is definitely bullish, right? I'm still learning on where to mark my market structure shifts, but I'm getting a little better. Sometimes you just kind of have to use common sense. Like, where's a good place to mark the market structure shift? I feel yeah, you could just use a 1 minute time frame, but I don't know. I'm getting better with market structure shifts. I am getting better with them. So anyway, you can see how this swept this low going into BPR, and you'll also note that. So what time was that at? That was 2:35 and 3:11 a.m. 2:35 and 3:11 a.m. with the S&P 500. 2:35. I knew it, dude. I knew it. What happened there? 2:35 and 3:11. We had a higher high. What happened here? We had a lower high. So what was this? This was an SMT, right? This was an SMT here. I'm gonna go get some water, guys, but this is getting good. We're gonna have a good market recap today. Look at this SMT going straight into the BPR. Look at how beautiful this is. So clearly this BPR is the high time frame key level, right? The BPR is the high time frame key level. It was in a discount. We got an SMT there. So the market is targeting Asia's high. The market is targeting previous day's high. The market is targeting previous month's high. This is a bullish London reversal kind of day. It's what it seems like. Now I could be wrong, obviously, but every day I'm getting better, and I'm on this journey with you guys to keep getting better at trading. So, but that's what it seems like, right? We had SMT in this BPR. Seems like Asia's high is drawn liquidity, previous day's high, and previous month's high. But like I said, could be wrong. I'm just getting better at this every day with you guys, and we're gonna keep getting better and master trading together. So I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. If you have any questions or want to say anything in the chat, let me know. I'll be right back. So let's figure out. Let's zoom into the low time frame and figure out what we could be possibly looking at here, because in general, yes, we're targeting these highs, but what entries do we have, and what key levels do we have? Right, we have, this is essentially the Judas swing, right? This is the Judas swing. So I'm going to measure this out. You can see the -1 standard deviation is perfectly resting above previous day's high. Perfectly. You see that? And then you have the -2 to 2.5 resting up here. -2 to 2.5 resting up here. If I measure the standard deviation of this move down, you see we hit the -1. Now we're hitting this -2 to 2.5, which is above here. And then -4 is perfectly resting above Asia's high, right? -4 is perfectly resting above Asia's high. So Asia's high is drawn liquidity. Previous day's highs is drawn liquidity. Previous month's highs is drawn liquidity. The market is seeking to run through these highs, right? So we have to figure out how are we going to get our entry. Essentially, we want, let's mark out since this is a bullish London reversal kind of day, we want to see a retracement into a key level below the 830 open, right? So the 830 open is right here. Let's go down to 1 minute and get a little bit more exact entry. So 8:30 open is right here. So this is a bullish London reversal kind of day. So we are essentially, let me see, 8:29, 8:30. So we're looking to buy below this 8:30 open, right? So now we have to ask ourselves, what key levels are resting below this 8:30 open, right? Well, we have this order block, but it looks like price may have already used this. We'll see. Let's look at it. Maybe not. Yeah, look. Tapped off there. But as always, once again, I'm expecting this Judas swing around market open, right? So I'm really expecting this around market open. Oh my trade locker's always locking me out. They should name themselves trade. That's probably why they're called trade locker, because they're always locking you out of your account. Alright, finally, here we go. Sorry guys, I'm in the middle of copying and pasting some stuff in the trade locker so I can get my account open. Okay. Alright, I'm in my account now. So yeah, once again, we are expecting around market open. This is one of those days where I'm expecting some kind of Judas swing, probably, right? Because it's a bullish London reversal kind of day. Maybe we don't get it, right? It's possible we don't get it. Maybe we continue straight up. But I'm probably looking to see some kind of manipulation below 8:30. And the thing is, right? The thing is, okay, maybe we already got our manipulation. You could argue that, because here's the thing. We had our 1 hour order block. You can see price tapped into the 1 hour order block already. So that was before 8:30 even opened, right? That was before 8:30 even opened. So I'm not entirely sure that that is exactly the case. But let me know if you guys see any equal lows or equal highs. I'm looking for equal lows, equal highs. I haven't seen any yet. Let me know if you guys see any. So maybe we come down and we hit this order block again. I don't know. But I do think that coming down here below this New York open and manipulating around when the market opens makes a lot of sense. And then distribution higher for Asia's highs, previous day's high, and whatever. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Because you can also see we have this 5 minute fair value gap. which is also a BPR. Now we didn't sweep anything, but it's a strong looking BPR, right? It's a strong looking BPR. So I'm curious to see if this is the area that we want to manipulate into, this BPR. Because the bottom of the BPR is also this order block, right? The bottom of the BPR is kind of pushed down. It's close enough, right? I mean, it's close. But yeah, kind of expecting this BPR to be where possibly market comes down to. Now, I guess you could say this is an order block, but I'm not going to mark it because there's too much chop here in this area. But you can see how this close above this old 15-minute gap tells me order flow is bullish, right? Now, yes, we have this giant fair value gap here, but order flow is clearly bullish. Oh, we have this 1 hour fair value gap, guys. I didn't see this initially. We have a 1 hour fair value gap here and a 1 hour order block. This is a 1 hour BPR. It's a 1 hour BPR. And we swept liquidity. So this is probably where we want to go, guys. This is probably where we want to go. This 1 hour BPR, right? 1 hour BPR. This is probably where we want to go. And this is like a 1 hour order block. I don't know which you want to use, this order block or this order block. I don't even know if you'd classify those order blocks. Whatever. I don't care. What I'm trying to say is this is the BPR, right? 1 hour gap. Now, it's like we already did come back in here, but I don't know. So I see us sweeping this low then. I don't know. Not exactly super clear right now, but I'm hoping it'll make more sense in just a little bit. But I'm thinking, yeah, come down in here, inverse value gap out of this 1 hour BPR, right? This old bearish gap too. So maybe like the midpoint of this old bearish gap probably. Seems not bad. But like I've been saying, this is a buy model. This is clearly a market maker buy model. I mean, clearly this, very clearly this is a market maker buy model, right? With the SMT at the low and then Asia's highs, previous day's high, and then previous month's high here. Asia accumulation, London manipulation. This, I mean, clearly this is a market maker buy model, right? I mean, could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm not the best trader in the world. I could be wrong, but it seems like it's a market maker buy model. We'll see if this is the case. Could be wrong. Always could be wrong, but you can see we perfectly came down into discount, right? This is something else that's really interesting to me. We came perfectly down into discount into this area, got an S&T. That was perfectly during London. Got this manipulation move. You can see if we take the standard deviations of this manipulation move, boom, like perfectly rests on Asia's high, and then perfectly like right above previous month's high, right? So I mean previous day's high. Perfect. The -1 perfectly rests above previous day's high. It's like dang. So on market open, so this is kind of accumulation range, right? On market open, I could see us having a sharp, fast move down into this 1 hour BPR, and then sweeping these lows, and then continuing higher. So yeah, this seems like an accumulation range. You can see this. This is low-key like a 5-minute BPR within this 1 hour BPR, right? This is where I feel like we want to go in this 5-minute BPR. Let's mark out. This is a good day to mark out the daily open. Let's mark out the daily open. We want to buy below the true day open. So, where's 0 0? 0 0. Yeah, this is a great day to mark out the true day open. So we want to mark out 0 0. So yeah, we want to buy below here. So this original idea we had of, okay, maybe it only wants to come down here, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It wants to come down a little further to this 1 hour BPR, and so it wants to come down below this midnight open, right? So market opens in 7 minutes. And remember, as always, one of the key things about trading is you have to determine whether price action is good or bad before you start trading on any given day. Today, clearly price action is good. We're getting a clear market maker buy model, structure is good. But if I hop on the charts and the charts just look disgusting, I'm not going to be trading. This is a very, very important concept. Is one of the most important concepts to be good at trading. You have to understand what days are good trading days and what days aren't. Certain days are not good trading days because of the price action. The price action is so bad, and this is what trips so many people up. If price action is bad, do not trade. If price action is good, do trade. Right? Now, most of the time, that price action that is good happens on red folder news, but you have to use your best judgment. Sometimes price action can be good or bad. It just depends. Like, obviously, it happens more often than not on red folder news, but you have to just really use your best judgment and figure out if price action is good or bad. Maybe I'll make a video on good price action versus bad price action, but anyway. We are expecting a manipulation below this midnight open into this area. We'll see if we get that. We got 5 minutes till the market opens. Now it's important to note, because look at what also happened here, right? We essentially came into this higher time frame fair value gap. You know what? Oh, they're not equal highs. Dang it. Never mind. I thought they might have been equal highs. Alright, I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back, guys. Go like my new videos if you haven't on TikTok and YouTube. I made 2 new shorts. One of them I explained BPRs, and another one I just talk about how powerful YouTube is and how everyone should be making videos. So definitely go like those. Show support for those. But yeah, I work hard on those, so I'm proud of those. And let me know how I can improve my content. I want to keep making my content better. Let me know if you think I should use music with them. I've been feeling like they don't go with music, but on certain ones I do use music because I feel like it makes more sense to have music in the background. So just let me know what you guys think, how I can improve these videos, how I can improve my TikToks, how I can improve my YouTube videos, and yeah, I'm excited to keep getting better at this with you guys. So, both trading and making these YouTube videos. So, market opens in 2 minutes. It's exciting. It'd be cool if we could get some people to join the live stream here. But yeah, you can see this seems to be a market maker buy model, right? Now, were these relatively equal highs? These were relatively equal highs. So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we come down to this BPR or something like that. We are manipulating below the 8:30 open now. Market opens in 1 minute. We will see what happens. Obviously, I could be wrong about anything I've said. But the idea is we keep getting better at this every single day. That's what matters. We'll see what happens. I think the most important thing with trading, though, really is screen time. I'm gonna write that down in my notes. I might make a video on that. Oh, market's pumping. So maybe we won't get that manipulation move. We'll see. But this is a fair value gap. It is important to note this is a fair value gap. So, like, it's possible we get rejected here or something like that. But maybe price is so bullish we're not going to get that move down. It's possible. Yeah, well, it looks like we're already coming up to Asia's high. Wow. Wow. No manipulation at all. Wow. That's crazy. So this seems like it's gonna go down because this is clearly manipulation off open, right? Clearly, because this is like a void. This is a liquidity void. The market's gonna want to come back and fill this. Yeah, guys, I think this is a manipulation move. So maybe this is like a very low time frame manipulation. We get some kind of like this. This could be like I'm trying to think how to put it. Like manipulation on like the 5-minute time frame, and then this is the manipulation on like the hourly time frame or whatever you want to call it. Hang on just a sec, guys. The most important. And we are still pumping, so honestly, this is surprising, but it fits in with our buy model, right? It's exactly like we were saying. This is a market maker buy model, but it is odd that it's going straight up with no Judas swing. I guess some days you're not gonna have a Judas swing, and that's just how the market moves sometimes. But we were right about the bias. We were completely right. And maybe this is a Judas swing. We'll see. But yeah, look, market maker buy model. Dang, we're going straight up, exactly like we thought we would. So what happened here, guys? Let's get rid of all this extra stuff because it's getting a little overwhelming, honestly. So, boom. I mean, we'll bring those back if we need them, but right now it's getting a little overwhelming because we took Asia's high. We don't really need London anymore. We took Asia's high. I'm just trying to simplify the chart a little bit because it's kind of getting overwhelming, but looks like we have started to inverse this 1 hour fair value gap. So previous month's high is in the sights. Previous day's high is coming in hot. We're probably gonna go straight there. And yeah, it's exactly like we said was gonna happen. Exactly. So I mean, not exactly. I was expecting some kind of manipulation, but you know what I mean. Like, I called exactly the bias and where the market wanted to go, right? We said that this is a buy model. The market wanted to go up. Just went up very, very quickly. And so it's a little odd that it did this. This is kind of like a void to me. It seems like it's like a liquidity void, and the market's going to want to run back to fill this void because it's just a little weird. This is like, yeah, the market's definitely going to want to come back down because the market left this liquidity void here. So the liquidity void is when the market moves like it's like a fair value gap on steroids, basically. Like, it's like the market moved like stupid fast, and so it left like instead of a gap, it left a void. It's like it moved so fast it left a void. The market doesn't usually hold these. Instead, it comes back and fills these. It just comes back and goes do. So instead of like a fair value gap where a market pushes in and then pushes higher, the market will typically come back and fill these gaps, and then a lot of time fill these voids and then continue lower. So it's important to know, or maybe not continue lower, but it comes and fills these gaps for sure. It's important to know that Asia's this previous day's high is coming in very hot here. This -1 standard deviation is coming in very hot. And so with this kind of price action, you really need to see more structure for them. You can't make a trade off of this. There's not enough market structure here to form any kind of trade, right? There's nothing to base your trade off of. No sweeps, nothing. The market just barely opened. Time is going to be our friend here. We need to see some market structure form, and then eventually we'll get some kind of trade. Now, let's see if we left some kind of equal highs or equal lows. Are those equal lows? Wait, guys. Guys, those are equal lows. Or relatively equal lows. Okay, so I think we got our target here. Now, they're not the best equal lows because they're right next to each other, but they are equal lows regardless. So this is our target. This is our target, these equal lows. Is a little weird. I feel like it's not the best target in the world, right? But okay, wait. Yeah. look on the 1 minute chart, they're actually kind of further apart. So they're actually a little better on the 1 minute chart than they are on the 5 minute chart. So I actually like these a lot better now. These are nice. These are nice. So we got to get some kind of inverse fair value gap down to take out these equal lows. So we create this void. We're going to probably come back and fill it. This is kind of like a 1 minute inversion, but we gotta see more market structure form. It's not a 1 minute inversion. We gotta see more market structure form. I want to see previous day's high get swept before we even consider taking a short here. I want to see previous day's high get swept before we even consider taking a short. We gotta come back up, take out previous day's high. I mean, yes, Asia's high got swept, but I personally want to see previous day's high get swept. Maybe it's fine if we just sweep Asia's high, right? Maybe it's fine. It's probably okay, but it would be a lot better if we come up and sweep previous day's high. So here's Asia from 20 until midnight. And like I said, the void is coming back and getting filled. So it's already filled. This 2 minute inverse, but it's just, I wanted to see some kind of internal sweep here. Like, yes, this is exactly what we thought was going to happen, but this is like, I wanted to see some more market structure form. There's just not enough market structure here for me to want to form a trade. So I'm personally just not messing with it. And honestly, with the way the market's moving here, definitely is making me consider my initial bias of wanting to trade a long, right? Because we're bullish here on the day. So I, like, in general, like, yeah, this is kind of like, this is, like, if we come down far enough, honestly, we want to see this turn into a long setup, right? So now, like I said, where's this 1 hour BPR, right? This 1 hour BPR. Here's the 1 hour BPR. So I think we're going to come sweep these equal lows here. And then honestly, after we sweep these equal lows, we will be looking for a trade back to the upside to target our previous, whatever it's called, previous day's high and previous month's high here. So we already got Asia's high. Asia's high has been taken. We want to come down to sweep these equal lows. Come into this fair value gap here. This is a, what, 5 minute fair value gap? Yeah, this is a 5 minute fair value gap after sweeping equal lows. This is our area where we want to see hold. Yes, this is a 1 hour BPR, but usually you can come below those 1 hour areas and then your more exact entry will be based off the 5 minutes. So this 1 hour BPR, yes, is a 1 hour BPR, but good chance will come below this 1 hour BPR, and the wicks will hold into this 5 minute fair value gap here. So yeah, we could get some kind of external sweep where we take out previous previous day's high, and then at which point we could take a short down to those equal lows. So if the market wants to give us that, that's cool too. But we're just taking what the market gives us here. The macro is coming soon. We have 5 minutes until the macro. So if we come up and sweep this high and get an inverse back down, this could be very good. Why did I have this mark out? Oh, because this was a void. This is a void. We're going to get rid of that for now. So, equal lows. So I want to see this high get swept, right? I want to see some kind of internal sweep here after sweeping previous day's high and then inverse back to the downside. I think that would give a really nice short setup. I think that'd be really nice. Equal lows are very nice strong liquidity here, and we also have low resistance liquidity all through here. We have low resistance liquidity all through here. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. We got the macro in 2 minutes. Macro is in 2 minutes, everyone. So we'll see what happens. We also have we also have the Hydra macros, which are, I'm nicknaming them the Hydra macros because I don't see anyone else use them but Hydra. But Hydra says there's a macro from 8:20 until 8:40. So here we got the Hydra macro, and then here we got, our regular macro. So 9:50 until 10:10. So I'm gonna get rid of the Hydra macro for now, but yeah, this is kind of what I'm expecting, a move up above these highs and an inverse for value gap during the macro to take us down possibly to these equal lows. That would be nice. That would be nice. And I want to see, if we come up and sweep this high, I would like to see us sweep this previous day's high as well. That would be nice. And maybe, honestly, we come up, sweep this high, and then we form a triple sweep, and then sweep the previous day's high on the third sweep. That would be really, really nice. That would be really nice. I would love that, especially if this happens during the macro. I'm gonna go get some water. We'll see if this happens. That would be really, really nice. Really nice. Looks like we could be. Nah, these aren't relatively equal highs. I was gonna say maybe we're filming relatively equal highs, but nah. So yeah, I'm kind of just waiting now. We're just waiting. We got the macro essentially right now, but we don't have to go down right now. Or maybe we will. But I think we want to sweep previous day's high first. So maybe we don't do anything until the Hydra macro, but we'll see. Maybe this macro takes us up to sweep previous day's high, and then Hydra's macro dumps us. We'll see. Oh, I also got another subscriber this morning, so thank you for whoever subscribed and made my morning. That was awesome. 118 subscribers now. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, I was really excited to see that subscriber this morning. Very, very sick. Very cool. Okay, I'm just being patient here. But you can see that this is like essentially inverse value gap, also a BPR. So I could see us coming down and going into discount into this BPR, possibly, or maybe this BPR, I don't know. But at which point they're not quite equal highs, but they're close, right? So this BPR is in discount. I like this BPR the most. This is probably the area that I'm looking for. BPR in discount. Okay, and then also let's just measure it from like I would measure it from this, but yeah, you can see this is in discount. Anywhere in here is probably fine, but it looks like we could be going back up now. So, and this is an inverse value gap on probably like the 2 minute. Are those equal lows? Okay, we got more equal lows, guys. So there's 2 sets of equal lows now. So this is very interesting. More equal lows. So we got even more conviction that the market's going to go down now, right? We got even more conviction. We got a lot of conviction the market wants to dump. Equal lows. We got equal lows here. We got equal lows down here. Honestly, this is a really nice strong liquidity. And we have this. All this is low resistance liquidity. So this is generated liquidity to get ran through, right? This is trendline liquidity. So I'm gonna mark this out actually. This is nice trendline liquidity. So this is starting to look very, very high probability. Very high probability. So yeah, like I was saying, I think this macro will take us up to sweep previous month's high, and then maybe at 10:20 during Hydra's macro, we will get that reversal. We'll see. Or maybe the reversal happens during this macro, but to be determined, I guess. But we did just sweep this high. So we got our first sweep. Which is good. We will see if we sweep this high as well. This previous day's high. We're almost there. We got it. Previous day's high has been swept. So now, guys, we are just looking for an inverse for value gap at this point. We got an internal sweep. We have swept previous day's high. So we are looking for an inverse for value gap now to take our trade, to take our entry. We are looking for some form of inverse value gap. And maybe we want to go take out previous month's high first. But at this point, this seems like this macro is taking us higher. So we might have to wait until Hydra's macro to get our move down. We will see. Maybe if it happens soon, we could get it during this macro. I don't know. But we have Hydra's macro coming up in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Previous day's high has been taken. So, if we get this inverse for value gap, does not look bad. It does not look bad, guys, boys and girls. This does not look bad. So, previous day's high has been swept. If this inverse for value gap is given to us, I will consider this an entry to go short and stop loss above the high. With the equal highs, there's a lot of conviction with this. Equal lows, there's a lot of conviction with this trade. I would prefer another sweep. We're gonna wait to see if we can get another sweep here or take out previous month's high. If we can take out previous month's high, that would be very, very nice. Are these equal lows as well? No way. Okay. Guys, we have so much conviction with this trade. We have 3 sets of equal lows. 3 sets of equal lows. There's so much conviction with this trade. Low resistance liquidity, equal lows, equal lows, equal lows. If we can get previous month's high too, this might be the perfect trade. This might actually be the perfect trade. So we kind of already have our TP1, TP2, and TP3 now because the equal lows are just so perfectly placed here. I mean, it's also entirely possible we don't take out these equal lows until we get our 11 a.m. reversal. And if that happens, I will be staying on the charts past 11 a.m. today because there are 3 sets of equal lows and low resistance liquidity. This is very, very nice. This is very, very nice. And it's definitely worth staying for 11 a.m. reversal if we need to wait till 11 a.m. So I'll probably be on the charts until 12 a.m. today. But I want to see previous month's high get swept. That would be very, very nice. This would be very high probability. I'm going to mark out 11 a.m. just to have it marked out. So this is 11 a.m. So this is where we could expect reversals around 11 a.m. But we have 3 sets of equal lows now. Wow. We're almost there. We're almost at previous month's high. This is getting good. If we maybe honestly can hit this 2.5 standard deviation, that would be even nicer. That would be even nicer. Because then that standard deviation level will have been hit. But that's not really a requirement for me. I just want to see previous month's high get swept. And then this looks very nice. If we can get previous month's high to get swept, this would be very, very nice. But yeah, thank you to whoever subscribed to me this morning. Thank you for everyone who's been liking my new videos, both my shorts and my YouTube videos. I have a new YouTube video coming out today that's an actual educational video. And then I have I'll obviously do a market recap of today once the day's over, but yeah. Let's look for SMTs. We want to see some kind of SMT as well. That would make this so good. We got a high at 9:30, a lower high at 10:02. So we are forming an SMT here already. 9:30 and 10:02. This is interesting. I don't know if this is gonna stay this way, but as of right now, we do have an SMT. I think previous month's high is this key level here we want to sweep, and possibly if ES can just stay below its old high, we'll have an SMT as well, and that will be looking very, very nice for our move back to the downside. Now, what kind of fair value gap do we want to see inverse, right? So I'm gonna pull up Hydra's macro to up here so it's out of the way. So we'll just have to see what we get. I definitely want to see previous month's high get swept no matter what at this point because we're so close to it. I mean, it just makes sense that we're gonna we should really sweep previous month's high if we're gonna go to those equal lows. So I'm not gonna take a trade unless we sweep previous month's high. We're almost there. Almost there. Let me get some more water. We are almost there. We are almost there. When we get previous month's high, I want to see some W's in the chat. We're almost there. And then if we can get an inverse for value gap, that would be nice. Possibly, this 1 minute inverse for value gap. But we need to see previous month's high get swept. That would like to see an internal sweep as well, and an SMT. So, I don't know if this SMT is going to hold. I do not know if this SMT is going to hold. This looks like it's about to come back up and form a higher high. Yep. No more SMT there, but we did just get previous month's high. We just sweeped previous month's high. So, now, I want to see an SMT. I want to see an SMT, and I want to see some kind of internal sweep. I really want to see some internal sweep here. Let's leave this off the chart until we actually get it. I think we'll possibly start our move down during Hydra's macro or 11 a.m. We'll see. One of the two. $11 a.m. might make a little more sense. Yeah, guys, I kind of feel a little sick still, but alright, it's okay. I'm getting better. Price action is very clean today, though. And honestly, this is where it just gets boring. Yeah, this is where it just gets boring, guys. I'm gonna sit down for a bit since no one's here, and I will be watching the charts on my phone. I'll let you guys know when we start to see something here, but as of right now, it's kind of slow. So, and once again, I want to see some kind of internal sweep, ideally, and I want to see an SMT form with that internal sweep. So maybe we get some kind of something like this, where buy side gets swept twice. This is what I want to see, right? This would be really ideal, I think, where we get, let's say we get a sweep. This is what I want to see, right? This is what I want to see. I want to see boom, boom, and then inverse for buy gap. I'll just get off the charts. I'm not gonna put all this here, but you guys know I just explained what I want to see. So hopefully we get something like that. But yeah, possibly we could go to this 2 to 2.5 standard deviation range. So just chilling. I'm just gonna chill for now because nothing's happening. We are waiting. We are waiting. Now, I will say, right, I did miss a good trade. Um, it was for a valid reason, but there was a good trade today, and I'll show you guys what I mean. There was a good trade. Hang on a sec. I missed a good trade, but it was okay that I missed it because I was so focused on these equal lows, right? And so I'm not going to long with equal lows below. Yeah, I'm not going to long with equal lows below. So what I did was not a mistake, but theoretically, right, if you had conviction here in hitting previous day's high, you could have taken this inverse fair value gap. Especially because we are delivering from another fair value gap, right? So yes, this is I'm trying to think of the word. Yes, there's equal lows below, but you have to understand that with equal lows and equal highs, we don't go to them right away necessarily all the time. So we had this fair value gap we were delivering from. So in general, like it's equal lows and equal highs, you have to understand that we don't necessarily hit them right away. So it wasn't bad not to take this trade because you don't necessarily want to long with equal lows below, and you don't necessarily want to short with equal highs above. But I'm saying theoretically, if you understood the draw on liquidity, you could have longed here, especially going into the macro, understanding that previous day's high is probably going to get hit and previous month's high is probably going to get hit. So your trade would have been entry off this inverse fair value gap. Stop loss is probably like here. Targeting previous day's high and then previous month's high. Because if you understand the draw on liquidity, you understand this is where the market wants to go, and your stop loss to break even. Stop loss to break even, especially going into the macro, you know, there's a good chance that this is when we take previous day's high and previous month's high. Now, obviously, this is not the best trade in the world because there is equal lows below, because there's equal lows below, and because these equal lows formed. But if you had conviction in the draw on liquidity, if you had conviction in previous day's high getting hit, if you had conviction in previous month's hit, this is a trade that you could have taken, right? You could have taken it. But with equal lows below, it's not necessarily the best trade. So I just wanted to point that out, that was like theoretically possible for you to have taken that trade. But once again, with equal lows below, that is why I did not take the trade, and is why it wasn't a bad idea to not take that trade, because there's no point in taking on that additional risk. But if you had conviction in the draw on liquidity in the previous day's high getting hit, previous month's high getting hit, you could have taken that trade. All right, I'll be back. So guys, we have formed internal high now. So I want to see this come back and get swept. Yes, this could inverse, but it's not enough high probability. It's not a high enough probability trade for me. I would like to see this high get swept, and I would like to see probably an SMT at this high, meaning most likely we aren't gonna get a trade until 9 a.m., which means this will be an extended stream. I will be waiting until I will be streaming until 12 o'clock today. So, I mean, most likely, unless something weird happens where we do just inverse this right away, at which point I'm not gonna take a trade because I want to see an internal sweep here and I want to see an SMT. It's just I'd rather see that. So, let's see, 9:30, 10:10. Yeah, both have a higher high, so I want to see some kind of SMT here. And oh, if we make equal lows here, oh, that would be nice. So we'll see if we get that. But in the meantime, I'll just be chilling. The stream will go to 12 o'clock today. Oh, hey, what's up? Broker. I use a prop firm. So I use prop firms. There's lots of different good prop firms you can use, and I can give you recommendations. But if you want to just find a good prop firm, just look up, like, literally just look up prop firms on Google, and you can use them. But I think for brokers, a couple good brokers are like Tradevate and what's the other good one? I forget the name of the other one, but Tradeovate's pretty good. And yeah, but for prop firms, Apex is pretty good. Top Step is good. So the prop firm I've been using is One of One Funding, but I'm planning on switching over to Top Step or Apex soon. But the thing is, I still have my funded account with One of One Funding, so I'm still going to use it because I still have it, you know. But I do want to transfer over because One of One Funding it's not technically futures trading, so I will switch over at some point. But yeah, like I said, we're waiting for some kind of internal sweep. I really want to see an internal sweep here, an SMT. The idea is with this is we took previous month's high, we took previous day's high. So now we want to see some kind of sweep, and then eventually, like, maybe form an SMT up here, and then inverse down, and then take out all these relatively equal lows. There's these relatively equal lows, there's these relatively equal lows, and there's these relatively equal lows, and all this low resistance liquidity. And my guess is that will happen probably around 11 a.m. or after 11 a.m. because unless it starts to happen during Hydra's little macro here, but I want to see some kind of sweep. This isn't enough conviction for me to really form a trade off of. I'd like to see this high get swept, personally. So now maybe we do go straight for those equal lows. We'll see. We did essentially just inverse this RI gap here. So as I get more trading experience, I'll start to know how good Hydra's macros are in reality, and I'll be like, okay, Hydra's macro is actually like pretty good in this situation, in this context. So I'll know, like, okay, this macro, I'm expecting this move. But in general, I am expecting this to happen at around 11 a.m. So I'm gonna stick to what I am thinking of when it's happening, which should be around before or after 11 a.m. But we did get this 30-second inverse. 30-second inverse. So we took out this low and then these lows. So I don't know how much further down we will go, but based off of that inverse. But we held this so far. We held this 1 minute fair value gap. I do think we're going to have a classic 11 a.m. reversal day, and then take out these equal lows then. So I want to see buy side get swept, and then I honestly want to see a triple sweep, right? I want to see a sweep, and another sweep. Now this could be a good trade actually, but we are so far in premium, and there's so many equal lows. I wouldn't take this. This is not a trade I would take. But if this 1 minute does inverse, this could be a possible. This could be a possible inverse or value gap trade. But yeah, I'm not taking this trade. But this is a good tape read for us. But yeah, we're way too far in premium for me to want to take this trade. But you can see this did go down into discount, and this hit this 1 minute for value gap in discount. So when this inverses, I expect this high to get hit. So and this is low resistance liquidity. Now once again, I'm not taking this trade because we are so far in premium, and there's 3 sets of equal lows below. But I'm expecting this to have some kind of sweep. So I'm expecting this to inverse, and then for us to run this high. Price action is very nice today. Hang on. Yeah, like I said, we'll see if this inverses, and then this is not a trade I would take because we are way too far in premium. But like I said, sweep, inverse, low resistance liquidity, targeting this high. But I am looking for shorts around this 11 a.m. time, and we're delivering from this gap, right? We're delivering from this fair value gap. That's what's making this trade so good, right? We're delivering from a fair value gap. So if we inverse here, like this is a very, very nice trade. Very low time frame market maker buy model here, right? Low time frame market maker buy model. So we'll see if this closes above. If so, we'll tape read this trade. But once again, we're way too far in premium for me to actually ever take this. Probably like a 1-to-1 risk reward trade. So if this closes above, once again, I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. We'll see if we inverse without taking this internal high here. We're almost there. We almost inversed here. And we left more relatively equal lows. Look at that. More relatively equal lows. Dang, bruh. So, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm expecting this 11 a.m. reversal to be nice, dude. So this would not be your entry because we did not close above. Once again, you would not have entered because there was no close above. Okay, I'm gonna chill out for now. But yeah, like I said, if this closes above, then this would be a possible trade, but this is too far in premium for me to ever take. We'll see if we close above. I'm chilling out for now. Once again, we did not enter that trade. That was not a real trade. And also, yeah, it did not close. The candle body did not close. So that trade did not happen. Once again, and I'm not taking that trade. Alright, so once again, we didn't get that close above. So, this trade was not entered. This trade was not entered. So much chop right now. So until we get out of this chop, this is a no trade. This is a no trade zone. I think we need to wait till 11. But yeah, this is bad price action now. So I'm really just waiting till 11. Past 12, I'm off the charts. I'm not staying on the charts past 12. So I think we could get a reversal at 11, but I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, if we don't, then that just sucks because I'm not staying on the charts past 12. Alright, I'm probably gonna film my trade recap right now, so just kind of ignore me in the background. Because if I'm gonna if I'm gonna live stream until 12, then I need to give myself time to film right now, so I don't waste time doing other things. So I drew this out for my video I'm filming, so. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2-to-1 risk reward trade you could have taken in New York AM session today. Now, for this trade to work for you, you would need to be Now, for this trade to work for you, you would need to be Now, for this trade to be valid for you, you would need to be confident. Now, for this trade to be valid for you, you would need to be confident in the high time frame draw on liquidity. Here, we had previous day's high and previous month's high. Your 2-to-1 risk reward would be at the previous month's high, but you would definitely take a partial at previous day's high. You can see you would enter the trade right here once this gap, this old gap, gets violated on this candle body close. We were also delivering off of a 1-minute fair value gap, which is nice. But yeah, this trade would definitely be a conviction play, as there are equal lows below, so you would need to have very strong conviction that the high time frame was drawing towards the previous day's high and the previous month's high. But still, you could have caught this trade. So this trade was definitely a conviction play, because you would need to be confident that This trade was definitely a conviction play, because you would need to be confident that we would hit this. This trade was definitely a conviction play, because there were equal lows below. But if you were confident in the high time frame draw on liquidity being this previous day's high and previous month's high, this is a trade you could have taken. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2-to-1 risk reward trade you could have taken in New York AM session today. Now, for this trade to be valid for you, you would need to be confident in the high time frame draw on liquidity. Here, we had previous day's high and previous month's high. Your 2-to-1 risk reward would be at the previous month's high, but you would definitely take a partial at previous day's high. You can see you would enter the trade right here once this gap, this old gap, gets violated on this candle body close. We were also delivering off of a 1-minute fair value gap, which is nice. This trade was definitely a conviction play, because there were equal lows below, but if you were confident in the high time frame draw on liquidity being this previous day's high and previous month's side. This is a trade you could have taken. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2-to-1 risk to reward trade you could have taken in the New York AM session today. Now, for this trade to be valid for you, you would need to be confident in the high time frame draw and liquidity. Here, we had previous data. Okay, I just posted. In this video, if we do get another trade, I will post the second trade recap, but only if we get a second trade. Reviewing a 2-to-1 risk to reward yeah, if we do get another trade, I will make another video, but I just don't know if we're gonna get another trade, so we'll see. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2-to-1 risk to reward trade you could have taken in the New York AM session today. Now, for this trade to be valid for you, you would need to be confident in the high time frame draw and liquidity. Here, we had previous day's high and previous month's high. The 2-to-1 risk to reward would be at the previous month's high, but you would definitely take a partial at previous day's high. You can see you would enter the trade right here once this gap, this old gap, gets violated on this candle body close. We're also delivering off of a 1-minute fair value gap, which is nice. This trade was definitely a conviction play because there were equal lows below, but if we were confident in the high time frame draw and liquidity being this previous day's high and previous month's high, this is a trade you could have taken. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing this video. Oh yeah, price action sucks right now, so we need to get something good very soon. Otherwise, I will be hopping off the charts because there's no point in watching this trade right now. I mean, this is bad, but we do have so much equal lows below. I mean, seriously. So I'm guessing since we're kind of generating this liquidity, we're gonna come back up and then get final sweep. But man, it's taken a while, so I'm not gonna wait here forever, you know. Recap September. Oh, we're gonna push up now. So we'll see if we run this low resistance liquidity. I do want to hop off soon, but since I am just making my tweet and posting my TikTok, I'm fine. Just waiting on the charts, just a little longer to see if we do get anything. But I do want to head off the charts relatively soon. So. Yeah, price action is sucking right now. So I'll stay on a little longer because we are at 11 o'clock, so we could get some kind of reversal. But I'm just, as of right now, I'm not seeing much. But I'll stay on a little longer. I still have to upload some more things. So. Alright, are we headed back up? Yeah, this is taking forever, dude. Might just hop off. I gotta go do other things. I mean, because I would like to see this get swept. I would like to see this internal high get swept. It's like, I don't even know if we're going to get that, you know? So, very, very annoying. We waited this whole time and no trade, but I think I will hop off here because price is just moving too slow. Like, if price was moving faster around this time, 11 a.m., possibly, I would stay because then we could still get the reversal, but this is just too slow. This is way too slow. So, I'm going to go film my market recap now. Guess we're getting an inverse value gap, but we probably will dump now, huh? This is probably a good trade. But let's see. Well, let's take a look at this. I don't know, man. I would rather see this high get swept. It's just some. I guess it's just my personal preference. So, like this is just too much of an accumulation range for me to want to take this kind of an inverse value gap. So, I'm not taking that. But you know, this could work. It's possible. Anyway, yeah, I think I will hop off now because we have been here for quite a while. I swear, if this inverse setup actually works, I'm actually gonna be kind of a little cheesed. But you know what? It's whatever. It's just not like the best setup I've ever seen. Oh, there's SMT too. You know that's kind of annoying. There is an SMT here. Oh well, I missed it. So. If this works, then it works, but stop loss to break even would be definitely here because I don't trust this. Well, is this even a macro? What's the macro? Oh, the PM macro is 110 to. So we just hit stop loss to break even, by the way. So we'll see if he gets stop to break even. But I guess since we are tapering this trade, we'll stay for a little longer. But I need to figure out. So stop loss to break even. This is a risk-free trade. Like you could even leave runners all the way down here. But yeah, I just have stop loss to break even there, and then. I just do the TP1. I would do stop loss to break even here. I'll do TP1 here. This is a tape read. TP2 here. And if this trade does work, we will recap this on my TikTok, and I will show it in live time. But these equal lows would be TP3. Dang, bro, is it gonna work? We'll see. It might end up working out, but whatever. If it does, that's fine. And then obviously TP4 would be these final equal lows down here. But this is a risk-free trade now, so. I guess we'll just leave this here and tape read it because you know what? It's already we already left it. Whatever it's called. Because might as well. Stop loss is at break even. This is a risk-free trade, so we will see if this hits, dude. That'd be nuts. Now, what is this, dude? 7-1 rest reward trade? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy if this hits. We're gonna leave the stream running while I do some other things, because this is a very, very fascinating trade to tape read. TP1 just got hit for this trade, so but yeah. We're definitely gonna leave the stream running for this trade. Unfortunately, I did not see it at the time, and unfortunately, I did not see the SMT, and I don't know. It just it was just so choppy. Like you wouldn't expect to see that come out of there, but. Now the Hydra macro is coming. You know what? The Hydra macro is coming. Hydra's macro is coming from 1120 to 1140. I assume he has this macro. Maybe I should start live streaming on TikTok too. I feel like that's not a bad idea. So, okay. Let's talk about this right now. So, this is a breaker block. So I want to see this is essentially the second entry, right? I'm not trading breaker blocks yet, but this is essentially the second entry going into Hydra's macro. So I bet you Hydra's taking this trade. So breaker block. This is essentially the second entry here. We'll see if it works out. Stop loss is probably above the fair value gap. And same thing. So yeah, breaker block here, second entry. Wondering if we want to come to this fair value gap. This, it might barely tap this for buy gap. And honestly, if we don't get a move down by like Hydra's macro, then I would just exit this trade, because the whole point is it's happening during Hydra's little like key time here. So for this breaker block trade, I would definitely just have this be TP1 and stop loss to break even. Now we did sweep this. I would like to see something happen during this time window. If something doesn't happen in this time window, then I'd consider this like invalid. This is a really choppy price action though. So yeah, I will hop off the charts at 11:40 when his macro ends. I'm off, because by then we should have had our reversal, and there's no point in staying on the charts past that. So I will hop off by the end of his macro, because I'm not. It needs to happen during this macro. Like if it doesn't happen, then I just consider this trade invalid. Honestly, like this needs to happen during this macro. So we'll see. Yeah, if it doesn't happen during this macro, then I definitely consider this invalid. So it needs to happen like right now. So this is where TP1 would and stop loss to break even would be once this internal low gets hit. Coming back up to this fair value gap here. So once again, this needs to happen during the macro. So if this doesn't happen in the next little bit of time, then I'd consider this trade invalid. The bodies tell the story, the wicks do the damage, right? Like, this needs to happen now. Like, if this doesn't happen in the next 13 minutes, I'm trading valid. Because the whole point is this is Hydra's macro, right? This is Hydra's style of trade, right? This doesn't happen right now, like 13 minutes from now, in the next 13 minutes, then this is just invalid. So there's TP1 and stop loss to break even right there. So your trade is risk free now. Your trade's risk free. And I will end the trade at 11:40 regardless of wherever we are because the macro will be ending. But we have all these equal lows below, so So now this is possibly kind of like an order block. This up close candle. A series of up close candles. So we might push up all the way up into here. Yeah, push up into here. And you can see that we violated this 2-minute bearish gap, or 2-minute gap. We violated this 2-minute gap with this candle body close below. We violated it. That tells me that the market's turning bearish. Once again, I'm getting out of this trade if we're not moving at 11:40. If we're not moving at 11:40, I'm getting out of this trade. So yeah, we pushed into this order block. Yeah, I'm getting out of this trade at 11:40 because the macro is gonna end. So. Pushing back up again. Once again, we got 5 minutes really. Otherwise, this is just not looking good. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna start live streaming on TikTok and as well as on YouTube. Alright, yeah, basically stopped at break even. So anyway, TP1 was hit. But yeah, stopped to break even. So, yeah, I would just say with this one was just not super high probability with how choppy price action was, and it just in general it wasn't super high probability. Like, yeah, we hit stop loss to break even and stop loss to break even on both of these two trades, and we had an SMT, but just like choppy price action. No like high time frame model we were going off of. There was no external sweep up here. It wasn't the best thing we could have been looking for, and so because of that, it was just like a B trade, and it ended up putting us in profit. TP1 got hit on both trades, but just once again, just like a B setup. So learned a lot from that trade. Super good trade to learn from. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm going to end it here because it has been a long time and I need to move on and do other things. But in general, most of the time I'm going to be ending streams at 11, but obviously sometimes when you have special exceptions like this, I will go a little bit later. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all your support, and I